morning, everybody. It's Jack from Atlantis Water Gardens. Today we are in Morristown, New Jersey, and we're about to build a brand new pond in this space. We've got a freshly installed swimming pool, concrete deck, and this area over here to the right of the pool that was used for basically nothing. It actually gets closed in by the fence, so we removed those couple sections there so we could work in here. We're going to turn this into a beautiful aquatic garden. We're doing our 10 by 14 Tranquility Deluxe. It's going to have a waterfall right on the edge. Fish cave, aquatic plants, and lights are going in this water garden. Not too many challenges here. We've got a pretty good area to work with. We've got room for staging for our boulders. We do have one pipe that we're gonna have to reroute. We're gonna take and move that around the outside of the pond, so it's not gonna have a problem with dumping water from the drainage underneath the pond. I got Drew, Anthony, Bolivar, and Wally working on this project. We're gonna mark out the footprint and excavate our pond. That'll be followed by our fabric underlayment and our 45 mil liner. After that, we can start rocking this baby in.
Alright, so we have got the liner in, and as you can see, we have already placed 2 stones around our fish cave. Next up, we have to install our skimmer. Now this is the Aquascape 1000 skimmer. This gives us an adjustable height weir door. What we're doing here is we've set our liner, we're holding it up with 2 clamps. We're going to then puncture our holes for the screws. After that, we're going to flip the liner forward and then put our bead of silicone, which is what creates the watertight seal between the liner and the face of the skimmer. Over here, if the fish ever get spooked or need a place to go retreat, you can see we've got our fish cave kind of hidden up on the back side of this wall here. This way, when you approach from the patio, you won't even see that it's here. Wow, we are really making some progress here. Check it out. We've already got most of the bottom of the pond entirely rocked in. We've got our skimmer set, and we've even got our 2-inch pipe trenched all the way to the biofalls.
So I left Drew in charge for a bit. Did he tell you to stay tuned again? He has a habit of doing that. Of course you're going to stay tuned. You're right here anyway. You're not, where are you going? Where are you going for the next 5-6 minutes? We are looking really good inside the pond. Boley is just doing the job right now, covering up where our fish cave is. He's going to completely disguise that. The bottom of the pond's looking great. Drew's over there right now. He is prepping for where the biofalls is going to go. It's going to go right about there. That's going to be our waterfall cascading in. We're just doing a single drop, but it's going to be really nice because we're going to build the berm on either side. We got that wall that has to go behind it that's going to support that whole dirt berm. So that's going to get worked on in a little bit. Right now, Wally has got our skimmer pretty well hooked up. We've got an overflow pipe that's coming out this side. So what happens with this skimmer, the water comes inside here. Now when the water level reaches the top of this opening, it goes out. That's final water level that's inside the pond. You can control the water level by simply turning this down, making it lower, or turn it all the way up to get maximum height out of the pond. Correspondingly, we've got our weir door that is also adjustable. If you're raising or lowering your water level, you can raise and lower the weir door. What you want to have is about an inch of air gap between the top of the opening and the actual water level. That's going to give you that really nice skimming surface for debris to get in, and that door stays up right where it's got to be with that styrofoam on the back. Our overflow pipe is going to get tied into the existing drainage. We're going to bring it over here, we're going to tie it into that pipe, and it's going to run out to daylight where it could just exit and go down the hill if we get too much water in the pond. So go easy on Drew, would you? He's new to this stuff.
He is.
If you leave bad comments, he cries a lot.
I don't cry a lot.
Yeah, I saw you cry.
It was like a little tear. But
He's a crier. Go easy on him. He's trying. Tell me what you think down in the comments. How's Drew doing? What do you think, Ant? Let's get to some fun stuff. Time to build the waterfall. Right now, Drew is shooting the overflow to get our water level. We want to be 2 feet above the pond for the top of our waterfall where the spillway starts. This is our 2500 series biofalls filter. This is where the water actually comes out. Our liner gets attached here to the face of the falls. There's a faceplate that goes on there. We use a silicone sealant that's going to make a nice watertight seal. On the back of it, it's got 2 bulkheads. One gets plugged up because we're only using one side of it. This side is going to have the pipe being fed from the skimmer up to the biofalls. Then it flows up through the layers of filtration and out the front, creating that cascade. What I really like about this filter is that when we're done, it should be totally disguised and just part of the background, doing its thing all the time, but not visible, not seeing a bunch of plumbing and other things sticking out of the ground. You're just going to see a beautiful waterfall with rockwork, plants around it. Pond, kids, you know what that means. We are very close, very close to finishing this pond. It's looking spectacular. Right now, Bowling and Wally are finishing up the grading on the outside. The fence is going back in. The waterfall is just about finished. They got to do the backside of this retaining wall. So this wall is integral to the structure here because we didn't want any dirt leaning up against the fence. It's not made for that. So we built a whole rock retaining wall back behind here. It's going to hold the berm up for the waterfall. Then we go ahead and reinstall the fence and it'll be all closed in this garden. I am really digging the way this is fitting into this space because I don't know anything else that would have made the impact here that this water feature has. Stick around, it's not going to be long. We're going to be plugging this in and getting a reaction from the homeowners and show you guys what we came up with. Okay, it's ready.
Awesome. Can't wait to see it. Oh my gosh. I love it. Wow. That is so cool. I love it. I love the waterfall and I like the shape of it. I love it. I've had fish my whole life, and I've actually always had goldfish. I love goldfish, and this has just been something I've wanted to do for years. My mom had a homemade pond in our backyard, and we loved just sitting at that. It was no bigger than my table here. She made it herself. So that's always been in the back of my head. So when we had this spot and all these rocks, it was just the perfect thing to do. Every morning we get up, my bedroom window is right behind us. I get up, I look out the window, and I just look at the pond. Just make sure everything's going okay. I can see the fish. I look at what the plants did overnight. The lily is just coming up right now, so that's exciting. We've had the pond in about 3 weeks, and there's been a lot of changes, so it's just sort of starting to grow. And that's what's exciting to me. I just love watching the plants take off. I can actually see the fish have gotten bigger. We know all the fish. We know every one of them. They don't all have names. Most of them do, but the koi definitely have names. But the Shibunkin, we kind of just call them Redhead, Spotty, and Goldie. They all are the same. I just love the waterfall. I love watching the plants around it. You know, sometimes we actually go in to pick things out or pick the plants out, and that's fun too. But I just love the whole experience of it.
We were able to take that otherwise useless garden space and turn it into a centerpiece in the backyard. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If there's anything you would have done differently in this space, drop me a comment down below. I want to hear what you have to say. How did we do over here? Hit that subscribe button. Come on back. Every week we're going to show you beautiful water features and water feature builds. See you guys on the next one.